Howdy bugs and barbs, we're back at it. Okay, I'm sorry, that was kind of cringy, but seriously, I'm back with another video. We're playing something new, and we're going to be talking about something new. Regarding Foodie Beauty, I don't really want to talk about her anymore, so I don't really know. She's kind of gone off the deep end in my eyes, and I feel like she's really hostile and kind of rude and kind of insufferable at this point, and I don't really want any of those traits to rub off on me and like me be mean to her, talking about her in my videos. Like, that's not really what I want to be doing. So I'm just gonna take a step back. If something like really important happens and I feel like it's a good lesson or something good to talk about, like for me or for other people, if it's something along those lines, then I'll probably bring it up. But right now it's just seeming like a whole lot of toxicity, and like it's very not fun, and I don't really. Okay, thank you, Bess. Thank you for kicking your litter everywhere. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say about that anymore. So that is chalked for now. Regarding Sims and my Let's Play for that, that's chalked kind of. I'm not really, I'm not really playing Sims. I don't know. I need to get back in that, but you know, my simmers have to relate to this. You got to be in the right headspace for that, especially creating a new sim. Okay, this sounds like I'm taking it way too seriously, but maybe I do. Maybe I do take it too seriously. Then what? But no, I feel like I have to be in the right headspace to be creating my own sim, and like especially one that I'm planning on having a full beautiful life with. So I'm gonna take my time with that, but we will go back to it eventually. We will go back to manifesting random shit for ourselves. Yeah, I'm supposed to be moving into a new apartment soon, so we'll see how amazing it is and see if my manifestations worked. But for now, you know, we're gonna take a break from The Sims and we're gonna play a little Roblox. We're gonna get in our little cowboy lifestyle. I don't know. We're gonna live as a cowboy, enjoy our peaceful farm, enjoy growing crops and selling those crops, and growing more crops and selling those crops. We're gonna enjoy all of it. Okay, so oh wait, I didn't say what we're supposed to be talking about. Yeah, so if you've seen my very first videos, you know that I love Nicki Minaj. She's one of my faves, straight up. And yeah, she's been in the news lately. And she's been doing a lot of lives more, which I really like. But Jessie Nelson's solo debut featuring Nicki Minaj came out, and there was a lot of drama regarding it. Jessie Nelson got accused of blackfishing, and it seems very, you know, typical of this. When Nicki does a feature, does a collab with someone, people start attacking that person. They really, you know, go in on them, and unfortunately Jessie got that same treatment and was accused of blackfishing. So yeah, really I want to talk about barbz, because you know, Jessie and Nicki and Leanne, all that business is out of my periphery. I don't really care, but I love Nicki, and barbz, you know, we're supposed to be writing for Nicki. That's the most important part. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy Nicki Minaj, and if you do, then how about you go ahead and go click off this video. That's like the worst advice ever. Click off this video. You can watch it first if you want to, but go stream Nicki Minaj. Come on, do it. If you're a real barb, then do it. This is kind of late, but I wanted to address like Stan Twitter, I guess, and like all of the barbs because I feel like, especially on Twitter and probably even to an extent on TikTok, even though I'm not really on TikTok that much, I have seen people get exposed for being kind of fake towards Nicki. But really, I'm directing this towards the barbs on Twitter where what was happening? Oh, boys came out. Jessie was accused of blackfishing, and there was like drama with her and Little Mix, which, that's not really my business. I don't know anything about any of them really, so I don't really feel like touching on that. But the way barbs were acting when Nicki was doing her little rant, people were coming at Jessie, accusing her of blackfishing, talking about how she is fake to Little Mix and Leanne, and Nicki was sticking up for her, and she, came with a little rant, and she said, "Why are you bringing this up now? Trying to, start some shit right after her first single, and also with Nicki, like, why? Why are you so pressed about this?" I feel like in general, there's probably a lot of fuel added by people who are from certain fan bases that just don't like Nicki, and they wanted to, fuck up her song, and Jessie just happened to be like a casualty in that process. But thankfully, it didn't really work. But there were a lot of barbs on Twitter who were basically telling Nicki to like stop talking about it, take a hiatus, and just change. Like, they want Nicki to put up a front basically and not speak her mind, and I really just don't understand that shit at all. Nicki has always been the type to speak exactly what she's thinking, and if she has something to say, then she's going to say it, whether or not people like her or like what she's saying. Whether or not people want to hear something specific, she's not going to cater to what people are looking for. And I don't know why that's so hard for barbs to comprehend or accept. Like, clearly you were not here in the past when she was blackballed by everything, and the only people she had was the barbs. Like, everyone was against her, and it was only because she was speaking her mind and she was saying shit and she was refusing to play into their games. And I don't really get, like, that's why I love Nicki. That's why she's inspiring to me and so many other barbs, like, really. And to be over here talking about, oh, be quiet, like, you should just go back on hiatus. Like, there had to have been people who were changing their profile pictures and like talking, and they were not real barbs, period. Whether or not they had pretended to be a barb for a long time, or they literally just chose to make their account, make their profile picture, and start saying, "Nicki, shut up, Nicki, go on hiatus." Like, you're not, that's, why are you saying that? Barbs have been begging for this woman to come back from hiatus for how long? How long did we wait? Like, she was not talking to us for the longest time, and you're telling this woman to go back on hiatus? Like, you got me fucked up. You got me and a whole lot of other barbs fucked up. Like, and then it's too much. Like, you think that her image is more important than her speaking her mind, her living her truth. I don't believe in that at all. I want to know the real Nicki. That's the point of all of this. That's the point of her being on Twitter. The point of her doing lives is for her and us, the barbs, to be like connecting and actually knowing each other, actually talking to each other. That's what Nicki says herself. So if you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to hear what she actually thinks and how she actually is as a person, then you're not a fan, point blank, period. And there were people out here saying, oh, just because you don't agree with your fave, just because you're trying to hold your fave accountable, like, doesn't mean that you're not a good stan, that you're not a good fan. Yeah, it kind of fucking does. It kind of fucking does mean that. Like, you're not her CEO, you're not her manager, you're not over here, getting paid to represent her, you're not her PR department. Like, you have no other job but to listen to her music, to interact with her, and to, be a fan. Like, if you don't like what she's saying, then that's that, but you should not be telling her what to do. You should not be advising her in any way. That's not your job at all. Like, it was just so out of line to me and so weird, like weird behavior, because we know how she is, we know what she says, we know how she speaks on her songs, in her lives, and he's like everything. We know how she is, and you're trying to change this key component of her. Like, you're not a fan. I don't care. And I couldn't believe how many people were actually talking like that, like trying to get her to be speaking differently, trying to get her to just shut up about the Jessie situation. I even saw a tweet where someone was like, who even fucking cares about Jessie? Like, why are you writing so hard for this girl? And like, who even cares about her? Nobody cares. Like, save yourself. Be quiet. Don't be putting yourself in this business. I mean, they're trying to mess with her bag at the same time, and we don't know how her and Jessie's relationship developed while she was like doing this song with her. We have no idea what they've talked about together, or they clearly were together filming that video, so we don't know how they actually are. And you're over here trying to tell her not to stick up for someone who you don't even know if you're close. I don't know. It's just too much. You're like overextending yourself and inserting yourself in her business, trying to tell her not to insert herself into other people's business. It's very weird. It's very weird. I don't know. There are these barbs who are trying to tell her to stop simply because they're trying to protect the money and trying to protect her brand. Like, that's not a real barb. If you're protecting Nicki's brand, then you're not a fan of Nicki. Nicki does not care about her brand. She says it every single fucking time some of this shit comes up. So why do you care? Like, it's just stupid. I don't know. Barb's out here being like, oh, you're making it hard for us because we're out here on Twitter and we're getting the backlash. Like, deactivate. What the hell? Like, what are you talking about? You can't handle some hate. You can't handle some backlash. It's not that deep. It's never that deep. Nobody actually cares about you. Nobody knows your real name. Nobody knows who you are past your Nicki profile and your Nicki tweets. Like, that's it. That's all people know. So let it be then. If you don't want part of it, then you don't want part of it, and leave. Trying to change Nicki just so that you can be comfortable. Like, no. I don't know. Anyways, I'm over here minding my business, tending to my farm, being a cowboy, okay? If you're a barb, ride 10 toes deep for Nicki, or don't be fucking saying anything. Period. If you're not streaming 50 times a day, then you don't have a voice. Your opinion is irrelevant. But seriously, if you're not supporting her entirely and saying, regardless of what she's saying, you just stick up for her, or don't say shit, like that's how it is. You could say, she's wilding right now, and that's it. Okay? But we love her. That's what you say. Not trying to change her.